How is all, and welcome back to another episode. My name is Kevin, and today we're playing Luck Be a Landlord. And just to switch it up, I've decided to try something new with these videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get from floor 1 to floor 15 in a win streak, so with no losses. So we'll start off on floor 1, we'll work our way up the floors till we get to floor 15. If we lose, we'll start over. And it'll just be a nice change from just doing the same floor all the time. The first couple of runs should be fairly easy, but then obviously the last couple fairly hard. I think this is possible. It'll require a little bit of luck and some good play, but it'll be something different and interesting. We'll see if we can continue or complete these 15 floors before the next update, which is in 18 days, I think, 19 days. So we don't have much margin of error, but let's jump in and see what happens. Okay, floor 1. So floor 1 isn't too bad, so we should be okay, but we don't want to become complacent. I'll take an early coal there, that's really good. I think I can afford to take a second early coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 5 per turn. So if I take this coal and then I take something else on the next turn, we should make rent. I'll take the dice because, yeah, with 3, we have no problem. We would have made rent even if the dice had rolled in on 1, but the dice is what's also the best choice there. So we did make the 25 rent payment with 2 left over, 50 now due in 5 spins. We don't have any monkey, so I think I'll take Void Creature. That should be worth like 2 or 3 per turn this early on. Birdhouse is really good. It was pointed out on one of the last games that a crow with Birdhouse is really good. It's worth 9 every 4 spins, so like 2 and a bit. So I'll take Birdhouse and I'll add a few crows. I had an essence at the time and I just skipped a bunch of crows, and that was the game that lost like 2 games ago, I think, and I definitely could have won. I was playing some games just outside the video, and I tested the egg carton. If egg carton still takes eggs after it's already taken 6 and it's giving you 6 kinds, and it turns out it does, yes. So whoever told me that was correct, which makes picking up a hen if you have egg carton great, because you get item, and even if the hen gives you too many eggs, it doesn't matter because they still get removed. You won't overfill your board with eggs, so that's quite useful to know. I have a lot of diamonds now, so if I can survive until the diamonds start transforming, I should be no problem. I'll take a wine, that's really good with the dwarf, and I could take jack-o'-lantern and pick up a toddler. I don't think it's too late. I'll take a key for the lockbox. 100, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Do I want a monkey? Not particularly. Do I want a cheese? I could take a cheese. I might add a mouse later on. We don't have a whole lot of symbols. I will take a banana, is probably better than a cherry, maybe. We are making the 100 rent payment. I'll take a mouse for the cheese. Once these diamonds transform, we should have no problem here. I'll take a bear. Never know, we might add a beehives. Bear is pretty decent to have, a few interesting synergies. We made the 100 rent payment with 39 left over. I'll take a chemical 7 there over the wealthy capsule. And I don't particularly want compost heap. Reroll is okay, but piggy bank should be better. Piggy bank is worth like 3 per turn. Is it? Yeah, I think piggy bank is worth about 3 per turn, and the reroll is only worth like 0.5 or something per turn. I'll take a cheese over a beer. I just get it worth 15 rather than 10. I'll take a bubble. Okay, we should have, okay, so we've made rent and our diamonds are just about to transform, so we're doing really well. Let's skip this. 17 on that turn. A light bulb is fantastic. It makes these gems give twice as much, and with that I'll remove the pearl so that the light bulb doesn't waste its charges on the pearl. That'll be great with these diamonds. I made the 150 rent payment with 35 left over, and we have our first essence. I think the popsicle essence is fantastic. Red suits would require us to pivot a little bit. Let's take popsicle. Anthropology degree. If there are 9 faces, It's unlikely we're going to get that. Destroys itself after 7 animals are added. Okay, seeds give 25 more. I presume that's just until this is destroyed. I'll take watering can. Not my favorite, but it's alright. Anthropology degree, that has been changed to be rare. That was a new change in the update. I'll take anthropology degree. It should be worth, well, 1 at the moment. But we'll probably add more faces like a dame or something. I could add a farmer. That's now worth 3. And it does buff the flower and I believe the banana. So it's okay. I'll take another coal. With these 2 diamonds, we should have no problem making the next rent payment. I could try and go cultists. Probably not. Let's re-roll. We could take a toddler. A toddler is worth 4, I think, actually. What anthropology degree? Yep, 4. It's worth 2 from the anthropology degree and then doubled from jack-o'-lantern. So toddlers are actually fantastic symbols for us. 40. Yeah, we'll have no problem making the next rent payment. I'll take a tedium capsule. I'll take another toddler. It's just worth 4. If we can fill the board full of toddlers, we'll be doing okay. We made the 225 rent payment with 95 left over, 300 due in 7 spins. Pinata is fantastic. Cleaning rag is really good. Happy hour is also pretty decent. But I think with the diamonds, cleaning rag is a better pick. It's worth at least 3 per turn. I have no fears about not making rent, so I can take essence capsule without a problem. 90 on that turn. I'll take a beer for the dwarf. We'll probably start removing the dwarf and the mouse fairly soon. But I suppose there's a few things like crab we can remove first. Okay. I could take an owl, but there's no real need. Dames are obviously what we'll be looking for. Time capsule. This is a new symbol. When destroyed, it adds something that's being destroyed. Is there anything here that we don't particularly want? Maybe a lockbox or a key or something. That's the only real thing. We'll take the time capsule. Let's see what it gives us. Candy. Yeah, that's fine. Magpie is... It's worth like 2 and a bit every turn. So, but it doesn't look like we're going birdhouse strategies in this game. We don't need to. This game pretty much already won. We made the 300 rent payment, 276 left over. I could take Murray the rabbit and get a few rabbits. Would I add rabbits? Or do I want removals? I don't think I need removals. Because we're on floor 1, we'll get a lot of removal tokens. I don't particularly want essence. I guess Devil's Deal is just worth 66. Lucky dice. That'd give me, my dice would be worth 4. Telescope though, is telescope better? Not really. I'll take happy hour. Sure, we'll keep on going with them. Let's see if we can get beehive now. We do have a bear. A beehive is worth 3. I'll take them. I will take lunchbox, I guess. And here I'll take a cheese for the mouse, a cheese for the mouse, and a beer for the dwarf. So we have quite a lot of symbols. We should probably clean up our deck a little bit. I'll get rid of the crab. I'll get rid of the cherry. I'm back down to 19 symbols. Not too bad. It's quite easy with no duds. I don't want anything here. Do I want to reroll? Not particularly. 81. I'll take a present for the toddler. It's fantastic. Robin Hood is also pretty good, but not really needed. Let's skip this. And I don't need a bounty hunter or any of the birds. Did I pick up Maury the rabbit? I did. Oh, and we have 2. I forgot Popsicle. Let's pick up Maury the rabbit, so. And we'll take another cheese for the mouse. We now have 4 diamonds, so we're not really in any trouble. We made the 350 rent payment with 367 left over. Let's re-roll for time capsule. Yeah, sure, why not? Nori the rabbit is great. If we get Nori the rabbit essence going, we'll be doing really well. I'll take another toddler. It's just worth 4. I'll take a pinata. Is probably better than the present for the toddlers. Let's get rid of this banana and let's get rid of the flower. We don't actually have any. Well, we have the farmer, I guess. They'd synergize with the flower. We'll get rid of them and we'll keep 1 removal. Okay, I don't need anything here. 101 Mrs. Fruit. Yeah, sure, we might as well have one symbol that can grow in this deck. I'll take another rabbit. I'll take an item capsule. Happy enough. Egg carton. We can now take a hen if I see one. We made the 425 rent payment with 637 left over. I could take chili powder, I guess. Let's take lunchbox essence. I'll take another rabbit or moon. I'll take the moon. I could take black cat, I guess. We do have a cat. Okay, so there's a few things going on in this deck. Oh, I could have taken an orange for Mrs. Fruit. I forgot completely. I could take a banana for Mrs. Fruit, but then I'm left with the banana peel, which I don't really have any way of getting rid of. Let's skip this. I'll take a hen, but I'm not going to take it. Oh, not a hen, it's a chicken. But I'm not going to take a chick and have it turn into a chicken. I could take a toddler. We're now up at 20 symbols, but we are consistently getting over 70. I'll take a light bulb. And let's remove, I think it is time for the mouse to go. We still have some slight synergies with the dwarf, with the happy hour essence, so I'll keep that. Well, time for the mouse to go. I did not take goldfish bowl, no I didn't, let's skip. Question is, what will I remove next? Probably the farmer actually, to be honest. 136 on that spin. We got the 575 rent payment with 848 left over. Let's add a red pepper. 3 or more of the same symbols there, Jason. Yeah, we do have a bunch of toddlers. That could be good. Ooh, farmer. We have a farmer, don't we? We do. Farmer buffs pear. Let's take the pear. Or comedian. 3 times as much with toddlers. I'll take the comedian. I'll take Maxwell the bear. Although the quiver, I mean at this stage it doesn't really matter what we take. We still have a coin, that'll definitely be next to go. I'll take egg for the egg carton. Let's get rid of this coin. Let's get rid of, oh no, the egg will remove itself. Let's get rid of this dice. So I like hovering around 19, 20 symbols. I could take a bar of soap actually with all the toddlers. That shouldn't last too long. Let's skip this. Oh, toddler eating 2. So the toddler had 2 bubbles there and was buffed by the comedian, so it gave us a massive 84. That's pretty decent. 2 toddlers both eating a bubble. Can't go wrong. Let's skip this. 2 toddlers both eating a candy. Candy is really good for us at the moment. Anything that a toddler can eat basically really good for us. 123. I'll skip this. Mrs. Fruit is not getting much fruit to grow with, but we did make the 625 rent payment with a lot left over, like 800 left over or something. Okay, I'll take green pepper. That should give us money most turns. I'll take dwarven anvil for our dwarfs. I will take black cat essence, is never going to work. I don't want a load of rabbit fluff, so I will take wanted poster, I guess. I could have taken black cat essence as well. Let's take nothing here. Let's reroll for a geologist. That's a bit late. Another Mrs. Fruit. No real need. We don't really need any of these. Another beehive. No thanks. Let's skip. I'll take frying pan, I guess. It doesn't really matter what we take. Okay, let's skip this. 154. I'll take a light bulb for the diamonds. A golden arrow is just fantastic with any build. I'm now kind of sad that I didn't pick quiver, but on the other hand, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'll take another light bulb for the diamonds. 131. I'll take a chemical 7. Mrs. Fruit hasn't gotten any eats so far, which admittedly is entirely my fault. There's a coconut half. Have at it. This is your chance now, Mrs. Fruit. I'll skip all these. 105. There's another rabbit. We might get more of the rabbit. Well, How many do we need? 4, and we have 3. We made 675 rent payment with 1,918 left over. There is a dame for the diamonds. I think it's probably better than another comedian. I don't want 7 dwarfs. I mean, I'll take it, but I don't particularly want it. Now we have to decide. Let's get rid of the farmer, and let's get rid of probably this cat. I know we do have black cat, but that's still only 2 coins per spin. Okay, I don't want anything here. Let's skip. Let's skip this as well. 170 on that spin. We could add a few more coals. If we were going endless, we'd add a few more coals, but that's not the aim of this run. So, okay, I could add a ruby. I don't really need to know. It would be good with the dame. 72 just from that 1 diamond, and we got a massive 400 just from that 1 spin. Okay, I'll take a coconut for Mrs. Fruit. That should give her a few eats. I'll take a white stone. I think we've been offered, with the exception of Pirate, we've been offered Geologist, Diver and Mrs. Fruit on this run. I wonder, is there a slight, like behind the scenes, do you get offered rarer symbols on the earlier floors? Is it like a kind of a sneaky way of making the early floors easier? Because whenever I play an early floor game, I always seem to get some very rare symbols. Like we were just offered golden arrow, we've been offered all the Eaters, loads of rares. So I don't know whether it's like the settings are slightly tweaked to make rares more likely on early floors, or it could just be complete coincidence and I just think that we do better because we tend to be quite overpowered on the early floors. Anyway, we have made the last rent payment. We were left with 2,911 left over. A great run. We weren't in any real danger any stage in this run. We were offered some very early diamonds. We picked up things like mouse, dwarf, just to survive the early game. I knew that once the diamonds started popping out, then we'd have no trouble whatsoever. And then we got the toddler synergy and anthropology degree, so we just filled up with toddlers. We had loads of things going on this run. We had like kind of a rabbit build going. We were trying to get the dwarf kind of leveled up, I'd say. We had obviously the diamonds were carrying the run. The comedian picked that up for the toddlers. Toddlers were given 4 each. That was fantastic. We also had a bit of just these 2 symbols just helping each other out. Every now and again they give us I think he gives 50 when he eats because I had Maxwell the Bear. So that was just a nice boost every now and again. Golden Arrow obviously fantastic, Dame. And then Mrs. Fruit didn't really do much of this run, but she arrived and we did try and build her up a little bit. So first run, first floor, first win. We're going to keep this up. Let's see if we can get all 15 floors in 15 tries. That would be fantastic. I think it's definitely doable and I hope you guys are interested in seeing it as well. If you have any comments on the run or on the idea, please leave them below. And if you liked the video, like it as always, subscribe if you haven't already, and we shall see you tomorrow for our first attempt at floor 2 to try and keep the streak going. Until then guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.